What's good, my beautiful kings and queens? It's I, Winnie, your favorite British locked YouTuber. If this is the first time that you're watching a video of mine, welcome to my Locked and Lifestyle YouTube channel. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so that you're notified every single time that I upload. If you're an oldie and you've come back to watch me again, listen, the love is real. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Now today's video, I think it's gonna be a short and sweet chit chat video, but it's literally me asking, what have you learned from your past relationships? Now the other day I was thinking, yeah, to be honest, not even the other day, lately I have been thinking in regards to relationships and stuff like that, and things to do with how I've gone wrong previously in previous relationships. First things first, yeah, I've noticed that when I talk about relationships and stuff, a lot of people like to come and talk negative things under my videos about women don't take accountability, yada yada. You know what? I do agree. A lot of women don't take accountability of where they went wrong in situations or relationships. But I also think that men also do the same. It's a two-way street. Both parties tend to not take any accountability as to what went wrong in whatever situation that they may have previously been in. However, one thing that I do definitely know for sure is I think it's very easy to slag off an ex-partner, talk about everything that they did wrong, you know, ways that they treat you badly and stuff like that. And this is not me saying that, oh, you know, it's not true. You know, of course there's going to be truth in certain things that happened and it's very easy to do. However, do we actually ever sit down and reflect and think about what we learn from every single situation that we've been in? Now, first things first, I'm not a relationship expert. If anything, I'm actually far from being a relationship expert because I have never even been in anything long term. However, whether if like myself, previous things that you've been in have only lasted for a couple months or less than a year, whatever it may be, the thing is, you've got experience. And I believe that every single experience that you have in life, whether it's long-term experience, whether it's short-term experience, there's something that you can take away from every single situation, stroke experience that you've been in. That's a fact. So I literally thought I'd briefly talk about the fact of, rather than talking about how poorly things were in your previous relationship, what did you learn from your previous relationships? Now, I think that it's very important to take away things from every single situation that you've been in, especially when it comes to relationships. The reason being, for example, my last relationship. If you were following me during that time, you would have known that I think I'd put up a vlog of us one time when we had gone away for my birthday. Cool. Like every situation in life, there was highs, there was lows. But in terms of things that I learned in that relationship is I actually learned what I wouldn't want going forward. Those are one of the things that I learned. Now, yes, you could say, well, Winnie, you know, you've just said that it's very easy to stay fixated on the negatives and stuff like that. However, I think it's very easy for us to acknowledge things that we do want in life. I mean, everybody kind of has some kind of rough idea what they would want in their relationship. You know, you want love, you want respect, you want understanding, yada yada. But when it comes to what you don't want, sometimes it is easy to think and talk about what you don't want. But when you've actually gone through experiences that have opened your eyes, yeah, and allowed you to learn, yo, you know what, this person may have been understanding sometimes, but they were very mentally manipulative. For example, when you come out of that situation, you now know, wow, before I didn't really know what, you know, somebody being mentally manipulative was, but now I've been in that situation, I now know the signs and I now know the red flags. So going forward, this is what I do not want in this relationship. Alternatively, maybe things may have ended for whatever reason from your past relationship. However, there was good things that obviously you took away from it, and good things that you now know, oh, you know what, I didn't realize that maybe I'm that much of an affectionate person. And you know what, although things kind of ended with that person, they were affectionate, and because they were affectionate, it helped me learn that, you know what, I actually really need somebody that's that affectionate too. And you know what, it's helped me learn that, you know what, maybe physical touch is a part of my love language. For those of you that don't know what love languages are, simple quick Google search, you'll find it. Love languages are basically elements of different aspects of somebody showing you love that you appreciate more. Does that make any sense? Hopefully it does. But yeah, so for example, with myself, I can honestly say that things that I learned in regards to like my past relationship, if you're a newbie to this channel, my last relationship basically ended at the start of this year. What I did learn from that relationship, for me personally, and this is me, you know, your big sis Winnie, talking to you guys on a level. One thing that I did learn is that, well, I knew this already, but experiencing it, knowing something basically and experiencing something are two different things. But one thing that I did learn is I cannot deal with somebody that cannot communicate. We're adults, you should be able to communicate. And I can't deal with immaturity as well. So I guess that's 2 for the price of 1 that I've given you. In the sense of, if something is wrong, yeah, you guys, the thing is, yeah, I understand that people have online personas, right? It's very easy to come on camera and pretend to be something that you're not. But the way that I talk, very direct and straightforward with you guys, and I'm quite open when I want to be open, is how I'm like in the real world, right? If there's an issue, I'm feeling some type of way about something, I'm gonna let you know. And I'm not gonna let you know in a rude way, you know, because sometimes it's not what you say, it's how you say it. I'm gonna say it in a way where obviously it's not disrespectful, but you know how I'm feeling. In my past relationship, my recent one, sorry, I should say, there wasn't that thing where, for example, if the now ex was upset, rather than communicating what the issue was, he would rather go on social media and indirect me, which I personally think is very childish, it's very immature, and it's something that going forward, to be honest, I'd never previously experienced that anyway, but going forward, I could never ever date or be with somebody that when there is an issue and I have directly asked you what the problem is, you choose to tell me that nothing is wrong, whilst obviously your actions show otherwise, but you would rather everybody else knows what's up apart from me, even though I've directly asked you. Now, saying that out aloud, obviously people are gonna watch this and gonna think, oh my gosh, like what the hell, who the hell does that? People do that, and I get it. People talk about or express themselves in whatever way that they see fit, down to the individual. However, I'm not gonna lie, things like that, I can't comprehend how that makes any sense. If you are in a relationship with somebody, you should be able to talk to them, and especially if they've directly asked you if something is up. As an adult, you should be able to directly say, you know what, yeah, something is up, this is what's up, we need to talk about it, like it's made me feel this type of way, let's discuss. That's what we're aiming for. So that's something that I learned. It's something that I knew, hadn't experienced, but it's something that I learned. And I was basically thinking back onto like past experiences and stuff, and when I reflect on every single past experience, rather than being the typical like, oh, that person's a dickhead, da 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 da, you've got to think about it from a logical standpoint, and a logical standpoint being, okay, cool, unfortunately I was in that situation, it's happened now, what can I take from that situation that going forward I will or will not tolerate from the next person? That's literally how I see it. I also see it as, yeah, no situation is a waste of time. So, you know, obviously I said at the start of the video, I've never really been in anything long term. However, I do understand that, for example, sometimes some people are in things that they consider long term, and unfortunately it doesn't work out, so they see it as a waste of time. Each to their own, but in my mind, I wouldn't see it as a waste of time, because during that period, you learn a lot about yourself, and you also learn a lot about the other person. And most importantly, you've also learned that going forward, obviously there's certain things that you will accept because it's fun, and there's certain things that you won't tolerate. And obviously if it's a thing where in your last situation you dealt with an issue that had happened for the first time in your life, it helps because going forward you'll be able to spot the red flags and basically act accordingly. Whereas maybe because that may have happened for the first time, you kind of and odd and, you know, gave leeway for certain things to happen that in hindsight shouldn't have happened. And it can happen to the best of us, to be honest. So yeah, I thought I would literally just make this video, yeah, apart from just, you know, sharing my personal little experience there, to just basically say that when you think about past relationships, or you think about exes and stuff, rather than focusing on the hate or the dislike that you have for them, and, you know, the hate and dislike that you have for their situation, or even rather than hating yourself and beating yourself up for allowing things to run, focus on what you actually learn from that whole experience. Because at the end of the day, all of these things are experiences, they're all life experiences, and I feel like they help and they aid us to basically do better going forward. So it would be a shame if, for example, you've been in certain situations where the same thing kind of happened multiple times in each situation, but you still haven't learned any lessons, so you still go into a similar situation blind. Like, that would be counterproductive. That wouldn't make any sense. So yeah, rather than being all up in your feelings, what did you learn from it? And how are you going to move appropriately going forward? What are you going to do that's going to be different, you know? And what are you going to do to not ignore certain things that unfortunately you ignored in the last situation? But yeah, hopefully this video's kind of sparked a short train of thought. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Until my next video, take care, be good.